A Mochi moment from Sadie, who writes, I'm not crying, you're crying. This is what I said during my first appointment with my physician at Mochi, because I didn't have to convince him I needed a GLP-1. He understood, and I felt supported, not judged. I came for the weight loss and stayed for the empathy. Thanks, Sadie. I'm Myra Ahmed, founder of Mochi Health. To find your Mochi moment, visit joinmochi.com.
Sadie is a Mochi member compensated for her story.
1, 2, 1.
Intergalactic Planetary! Planetary Intergalactic!
I want a big puffy dress.
I do have a sword hidden in my pants.
Hawkins and Owens' antediluvian reptiles.
Charlotte Brontë, that bitch!
Welcome to Dungeon Punks. I'm Stu Popp, your master of ceremonies for this episode of Sentai and Sensibility. And with me, as always, are our Regency Rangers.
Hi, I'm Taylor Ramone, and I'm playing Pearl Marsington, and she is the Purple Ranger. And my favorite Regency drama is obviously Bridgerton, because it's horny as hell.
I'm Leigh Eldridge, and I'm playing Charlie Marsington, the Copper Ranger. And my favorite period drama / Regency show is, somebody give me one.
Shirley,
Downton Abbey?
you said you watched Downton Abbey?
I have watched Downton Abbey.
Gilded
Is it my
Age?
favorite? Oh, I liked Gilded Age. I
Gilded
did
Age
like
is-
the Gilded Age, yes.
Gilded
okay,
Age. That's in
Gilded
America,
Age.
but it's the same idea.
Eventually, they kind of get to England. Spoilers.
I'm Kirk Hamilton playing Stephen William Marsington, the Asparagus Ranger. And when I Googled list of Regency dramas, the only one that I had seen was The Count of Monte Cristo. So I'm going to say that one.
It's not really Regency because it's
Nope.
French, but it's
Yep.
a good one.
The one with the actor we
We're
don't
just
want
going
to
with
talk about
period
anymore.
dramas. General period dramas.
I'm Mel Shim. I am playing Eliza Marsington, Carmine Ranger. It's not particularly a favorite one, but a good one that I've liked recently is Sanditon, and it's based off of a unfinished Jane Austen work. And I think it's the same people as like Downton Abbey and Gilded Age. That guy, I think.
Gotcha.
I
I don't remember who it is.
I don't remember his name, but like his finger is in everything.
My favorite British period drama, I really enjoyed it. I watched a bunch recently in preparation for this, and I have watched 3 seasons of Bridgerton, and I have watched Downton Abbey. But I really like the most recent Pride and Prejudice. I really like that, the Keira Knightley, Matthew McFadden one.
I love that movie.
Though last year I did go on a deep dive into Count of Monte Cristo, and I watched the recent, there's like a series of it, and also the 3-hour French movie that came out in 2023. All very good. And the guy that wrote it is a very interesting person who is not featured at all in this show.
Nope.
Her tale of aliens trying to fit in Victorian England, early Victorian England.
Yeah, we're talking a lot about the sensibility part of this, but kind of forgetting the Sentai.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
I would say this episode is probably going to be heavy on the Sentai and a little less on the sensibility, as your party at the Crystal Garden or Crystal Palace in Shrewsbury was interrupted first by the minions of the evil syndicate, the Beefeaters, disrupted, trying to burn down the palace. And then as you all went on a walk to clear your minds with your various paramours or just confidants, we were interrupted by Alistair Crowley, the most evil bird in England.
Do they have like a contest for that one? Like, how do you get...
He self-identifies.
It's self-identified as the most evil bird in England. Yeah.
Here comes a pelican, just like, ha ha ha.
He does appear to be the only bird capable of doing Satanism, so...
And we know of.
And when last we left off, he was currently animating the Megalosaurus statue that he was standing on, and then is throwing balls of hellfire around. So our Rangers, already handily transformed from their fight with the Beefeaters, will need to step into battle. And I think what color is your
Copper.
Ranger? Our Copper Ranger, Charlie, has already stepped forward and threatened to pluck that bird.
Yep. Put his feathers in my cap.
But are you going to call it macaroni?
That's 2 one-liners for the price of 1.
Well, it's 2 episodes. We split it up.
Yeah.
So, after the recap, we got to have another one.
Yeah.
It's the same shot. It's just dubbed over with a different line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was standing with Fayasola Thornhill Bearing, and when this whole thing happened. So I'm trying to step in front of her and push her behind me, and she's kind of don't be a hero. And
what are you doing? I can fight myself. I can handle my own battles. I've got a gun. She produces a flintlock out of her trousers.
Well, I don't know if you've encountered talking poultry before.
I've seen lots of things abroad. You don't know.
Well, then make yourself useful.
Well, it takes a minute to load the pistol.
Let's start loading. And I pull out my saber again.
Does anyone else jump into battle?
Yeah, well, while that's happening, Stephen William has already jumped into battle.
All right, you are, I'm assuming, swinging your Morningstar
Yep.
at Crowley?
Yeah.
Or Crowley, rather.
Crowley. That's an 8, which doesn't frickin' do anything in this game.
So that is a failure of dueling. You come swinging and you miss, and I think you just catch a burst of hellfire right in the face.
Sure.
And get thrown. You do the triple backspin thing and land on the ground a little smoky.
I do a twirling as well.
Backflip.
It's that side spin the Rangers do when they get hit.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and leap onto the animated statue.
Okay. That feels like a footwork roll.
Yeah. 4. I do it.
You do it heroically.
Yeah.
With the grace of a dancer, and you leap up and land on the back of the statue that is currently moving and starting to stomp towards the crowd.
Yeah, great.
As Crowley had expressed his desire to rain vengeance upon the scientists for doing science stuff, which is of course anti-magic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We all know. She's going to start running towards Aleister Crowley, sorry.
And Elizabeth.
How droll.
What is Elizabeth, our
Eliza,
our green-ish color ranger? What?
Carmine.
Carmine.
That's
Blue.
red.
That's
red.
Yeah.
Can we edit
Going
that?
through all of the...
Green, blue, Carmine, the red.
What is your favorite color? Red, no, blue. Ah!
Questioned by my own petard.
Eliza, she is going to use her spear like a pole and high jump and try to get up and kick the crow with her 2 feet.
Okay, I will say that's going to be a footwork roll here.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you do it. You launch yourself up, pole vaulting on your spear, and kick the crow right in the beak, and he'll take 1 hit. You need 3 more hits to take out Crowley.
I'm going to front flip up onto the statue also.
Okay, give me a footwork roll to do so.
No, I got a 2.
He turns...
I'm going to use my Queen's Favor to
succeed?
To succeed instead.
Okay, so you go to flip. It looks like you're about to fail as he turns the Megalosaur around, tries to hit you with its tail, but you instead continue flipping in what is clearly a second shot to make it look like you can go higher.
Wires.
And you land on the tail.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to run up.
Okay. So 3 of you are now up on the Megalosaur statue and engaging in combat with Crowley. He's going to try and shoot a fireball at Elizabeth because you hit him in the face. Ugh. And so you're going to need to make a vigor roll to resist the fireball.
How improper.
No, I don't.
So you get blasted by that. You take a mark. You're going to need to make a roll to see if you beat your mark.
Nope.
You've got the vapors as you were blown off of the statue. And land on the ground, all smoking, and your costume is burnt in places.
After such a cool move, too.
I'm going to try and slash at Crowley with my blade fan.
Okay. Make a dueling roll, please.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to...
We might want to save that.
We get more somehow, don't we?
Yeah. But we need to unvapor Eliza in order to do more Sentai stuff.
Oh, right. Okay, then I'll just fail at it.
Okay, so you take a mark, and you need to roll against your marks.
I do not get the vapors.
Okay.
I'm vapor free.
Remember, if you match it, you clear it.
Yeah, I got a 4.
Okay, so you are vapor free, and just because you were running directly at him, I'll ask for what Charlie is doing.
I'm attempting to run him through with my saber.
All right, you
which I think
stab.
is the thing you can do with a saber. I'm not entirely sure. Phil's going to get mad at me later.
Well, Phil can suck eggs. You're going to run
not
this
here.
bird through.
Can't remember if saber is slashing or stabbing, but whatever. I got a 7, which is a success.
That is a success on dueling. So you stab at this crow, and he doesn't necessarily get run through because this is a children's show, but he stumbles back from your blow and takes another hit. And lets
do
out
a cool pose.
And we'll go over to Steven, who is picking himself up from getting blasted.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stop. So they're all on top of the Megalosaur.
Not Eliza anymore.
Oh, no, Eliza has been blown off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's vapored.
Then I'm
Vaporized.
I'm going to yell at them to watch out and then try to grab the tail.
Okay.
and, kind of wrestle it in under control.
Sure.
Maybe do a Bowser swing depending on how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. You can make a vigor roll,
That's a 5.
which is a
Which
success on a vigor. So I think that's a pretty low roll, though. I think you are able to like grab the tail and kind of dig your heels in and stop it from advancing on the gentle folk, but you don't Bowser swing it. So it stops and Crowley curses at you and lets out a big caca and says like, "You'll regret that."
Will I?
Yes, I just said you'd regret it. Caca!
I'll give another shot of maybe I'm going to try and wrestle him and throw him off the statue.
Okay, that would be a vigor roll.
Before we make any more rolls, there is advantage and disadvantage in this game. And we should be able to use our various aspects, like temperament, etc., to
Elements and seasons.
gain advantage if Stu says it's okay.
Yeah, if you make a case, I will judge it. So
And then you get to roll twice, but you only take
Mhm.
you only need one. So
So is that using like element and season and stuff?
yeah.
So,
Temperament.
Tay, if you have something that you think would help you with your vigor roll in this case to wrestle a bird person.
No, I mean
You-
like throw him to the earth, and I'm the earth one. I don't know.
I mean, Earth versus flying, right?
yeah,
That's true.
I did.
Yay.
Okay, you. I think because of you're using your element to your earth. I think you wrestle him off of the statue, so you've brought him down to earth, to the ground. This dainty purple ranger wizard. You drag him down to the ground. He lets out a squawk, and there's a like floof of feathers as you drag him down. That's his third hit. You need one more. But you do,
somebody.
from the ground, you do look over as you say, "Quick, somebody," and you see your sister Eliza lying swooned on the ground with the vapors.
Oh no, the vapors! One must always help somebody experiencing the vapors. And I go run over to fan her with my blade fan in a way that doesn't hurt her.
Okay, you spend your queen's favor, and Eliza, you are back up. What are our other two rangers doing?
Is the dinosaur moving on its own? Is it autonomous?
It's animated by his spell, yeah.
Okay, so in order to stop the dinosaur from continuing its rampage, Stephen William is going to run up the tail, over the back, leap off, and try to hit it in the head in an astounding way.
Sure, you can, I'll let you roll with advantage, but it is dueling. It's not figure.
Yeah. Well, that is a 6.
That
Do I
works.
pick the one that works? Or
Yes, the one that works.
Yes.
Well, I did get a hero. No, I got a 10, so that's a hero.
So both of them work.
Both of them are. Okay.
Yeah. You can choose someone that you've impressed then with this move.
I've impressed that scad James Prince Leigh.
Okay. I don't know exactly how you've impressed him, but maybe he doesn't like dinosaurs. And you smash the face of this statue thing. And for whatever reason, that stops it from moving.
Perfect.
Yeah. Crowley does stand up in this moment, still not felled, and begins starting a big ol' fireball spell. Is going to throw it at the, I assume, advancing Charlie or Copper Ranger. I need Charlie to make a vigor roll as a big old ball of hellfire is flying in your way.
Okay. Elements are only advantageous if they're opposite, because my element is fire. So do I have an affinity for fire?
I think fire is probably less likely to hurt you, so I'll give you advantage on this
Oh, yeah.
because that's your element.
This is vigor. Okay, that's gonna need it on the run. No, I got a 4 and a 3.
All right, you're going to take a mark as you are blown back by this explosion of hellfire.
Okay.
And then you need to make a vigor roll.
Meter beat?
Clears it.
If you meet it, that's a super success and you clear all of your marks.
Oh, score. I
Yeah,
got a 2.
yeah. So you're thrown
Nice.
back, but maybe it's like your like gauntlets or whatever are glowing from the fire, but you've absorbed the heat. and cleared
My
your-
saber absorbs the
Yeah.
fire.
That's what sabers do, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any like
It has a really cool kind of orangey, sparkly gemstone in the hilt.
do you have any
Absorbs the energy.
quippy remarks about
Time to fight fire with fire.
and what do you want to do now? You can attack.
I am going to attack Crowley, and my sword kind of like starts glowing.
Okay.
So it's almost like a fire sword.
right,
No,
you-
that's a thing.
Come spinning in with a fire sword.
Yeah.
And you can make your dueling roll.
Firebird Phoenix attack.
Okay.
Very debonairly.
I'm not
Yeah, I know.
going to give you advantage this time.
I got a 5 anyway.
Yeah,
so
that's
good.
okay. You land the final blow on Crowley, stumbles back and like falls to one knee, looking defeated.
Confronting high credit card debt can feel scary, but the good news is, if you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, financial relief options are now available. National Debt Relief is currently offering debt relief designed to reduce what you owe and put you on the fast track to becoming debt-free. If you qualify for debt relief, you may be able to pay back less than what you owe and save thousands of dollars. Just visit nationaldebtrelief.com. Imagine only paying one low monthly program payment you can afford and saving money as you become debt-free. National Debt Relief has already helped bring debt relief to over 550,000 U.S. consumers, earning thousands of 5-star reviews and an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. You're stronger than your credit card debt. Let today be the day you start turning things around. Take the first step and visit nationaldebtrelief.com to see what debt relief you may qualify for. That's nationaldebtrelief.com.
You said you wouldn't wanna go, 'cause they thought you never wanted to become a white-nosed clown. You said
But we have a little cutscene
Of course.
as we cut away
It's not
all
even-
the way over to Buckingham Palace, where we see Queen Victoria watching the events through an eyeglass. She does not look happy. She turns and addresses her chess piece themed general, the Archbishop of Canterbury, and says, "We are not amused. Bring me the sword." And she grabs the Sword of Mercy, which is one of the 3 coronation swords. And it is the one that is used to knight people. And as she grabs the sword and unsheaths it from its bejeweled sheath, her spectral form appears over Crowley and says, "A common man will never defeat these Sentai. With this sword I knight thee. Rise, Sir Crowley." And Crowley, as magically pieces of armor start to appear on him, so he becomes like an armored knight crow person. He begins to grow to massive size, becoming a kaiju version of himself, and a booming caw sounds as he begins to stomp towards the Crystal Palace.
Oh, good.
So now you gotta deal with this kaiju Crowley.
Let me see the thing. There's a thing we're supposed to say.
So you do need to summon your machina.
I grab my hairpin and I whisper into it, "Power of the unicorn. Come to me."
We see in the distant highlands of Scotland, bursting out of the side of a mountain, is a giant robot unicorn, and it tramples through the highlands and then the midlands and then arrives in London as you leap and sort of turn into light and then appear in the cockpit of the unicorn machina.
I just yell Firebird. like as loud as I can and hold up my sword to kind of like a Masters of the Universe thing.
The Thames begins to bubble, and a Firebird robot bursts out of the Thames and flies up and like forms a shadow against the sun, and then swoops down. You leap up, turn into light, appear in the cockpit.
Stephen William reaches in and grabs his little wind-up toy and kind of like reaches his hand up in the air and then opens his hand, and then it kind of the toy hovers above his hand for a moment and summons it like that.
We see the plains of America. They're a galloping antelope. And they all start to scatter as bounding through the fields out of a forest is a giant jackalope robot. And it leaps and crosses the Atlantic.
At the speed of light.
From the colonies, you say?
Oh.
Landing amidst the towers of London, and you turn into light and appear on the cockpit.
It's the power of the Commonwealth.
Mm-hmm.
Eliza's gonna do a little duck and roll, and then there's another button on her bracelet, and she's gonna press that and
That's
summon.
your fascinator now.
Oh, right. Up here. Boop.
You should have multiple bracelets.
Yeah.
And do you say the thing you're summoning? What's your...
I'm summoning a satyr.
We hear the pipes.
A jaunty little tune.
We see outside of somewhere in the fields of England, there's, Roman ruins.
Yes.
And those explode as a massive satyr with its pipes erupts from that and bounds its way across the fields of England through like farmland before like skidding to a stop outside the Crystal Palace. You leap up, do a backflip, turn into light, and appear in the cockpit. And then there's a like 4-way cut screen of everyone in the cockpit, and you all can say the thing you say to form your Colossus.
Supernova Battle Guardian Mode Aries.
Okay, who becomes the legs? I feel like the satyr.
Yeah.
This guy.
Goat legs.
Yeah. The like middle, the like body and head kind of split open to accept whatever is the torso.
Yeah.
I feel like the jackalope's the torso.
I was going to say the jackalope's the head because the legs and the head are the only interesting things about a jackalope.
True.
And if you've got the legs.
And you gotta have the antlers.
Yeah, the big antlers.
Yeah. I'm wings, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm...
Well, the wings could like fold in to create the torso. Someone's got to be the torso.
Somebody's got to take one for the team and be the torso.
Okay, I'll be the torso.
Your wings
I'll be the butt. No.
Your wings fold in and you like slot into the torso space. I guess the unicorn splits in half and becomes the arms.
Yeah.
And then the jackalope kind of folds up and reveals a like face.
A
somewhere in
human
there.
man face.
Yeah, a human man's face, and sits on top and makes the face. And maybe the antlers fold in to create the like wreath, because this is mode Aries, so it's got a like Greek god theme.
Got some
laurels.
Laurels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Yannis.
And what weapon is the Colossus wielding?
I mean, it's got to be a big ass sword, right? It's Aries.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what's the weapon where it's like got the it's the big stick with the big bulb on one end and like the kind of scythe or fan blade on the other?
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about though?
Nope.
It's like a melee weapon. It's like a big spear. On one end is like a big like bulb
it
with
should
to smash
be...
with, and the other is like a fan, like a bladed fan.
I was gonna say like a leaf blade sword, like a Xiphos, which
Sure.
is a Greek sword.
Sure.
If Phil was here, he would
Since
know
no
what
one
you're
knows what I'm
about.
talking about, then sure.
I think I know what you're talking about. I just don't know what it's
Spartan
called.
with the like big shield and the
Yeah,
sword.
that's
Yeah.
true. Could do
And
that too.
or a spear.
Oh yeah, spear and shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, spear and shield.
All right, you got a big
But like
spear
a
and
really
shield.
cool spear.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we're
It's like a short
fighting
spear.
Kaiju versus Colossus. You need to reach a certain number of successes in combat before you get a certain number of failures, or the Kaiju will defeat you. And then when you reach the certain number of successes, then you get to use your strike ad infinitum, your super move.
Our Cosmic Armageddon Punch.
Yes, that's the one. And when you do things as the Colossus, everyone has to roll and try and get a success on the like kind of roll it is. And you need 2 or more successes as a group to succeed on a roll. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you formed your Colossus. You got a giant Crowley who's stomping towards the Crystal Palace, intending probably to stomp on it and break it. What do you want to do? Intercept?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go and grab his foot.
Okay. So I think
Or stab at it with a spear.
to get in front of him maybe as a footwork roll to like
Yeah.
run in front and block his
Yeah.
path. So I'm going to get everyone to roll footwork.
I failed
I failed.
with a 6.
I got a 5.
I got a 4.
Nice. 2 people passed.
Two successes. So you're able to do it. So you are all 4 and 10. You are all drift compatible. And the Colossus runs and blocks and like sets down the shield in like a shield wall kind of way and blocks the path of Crowley. So that is your first success.
Nice.
But this Crowley is going to use some new powers that it has in the kaiju mode. It's going to use his Hellfire missiles from the armor, just a bunch of like rocket launcher things, those big, like the square rocket launchers that fire multiple.
Yeah.
And just send out arcing shots of rockets that fly towards you. You're all going to need to make a vigor roll to take this blast.
Son of a bitch.
No.
I failed.
5.
I also failed.
Do we mark any marks of peril for failing these rolls? Or only
No,
if we
you
mark as a group?
don't take marks when you're in
Okay.
the Colossus, because it's the Colossus that takes the damage, not yourselves.
Yeah, so I failed too.
Oh,
So
we
only
failed
one
that.
success. So
Yeah.
you failed that. So you're blown back. You stumble back. You managed to get your spear in before you almost topple onto the Crystal Palace. What do you want to do?
Jab it with the spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Sure. Okay. So you do you have you want to call it what this move is called? Anything?
The stabby stab.
The phalanx jab.
All right. You shout out
The phalanx stabby stab.
and you attempt to do it. So everyone make a dueling roll as you pilot the Colossus forth to stab.
Nope, I rolled 2 good and got a 9.
Unless I can use honor.
I got 1 too.
We're doing something heroic, but that's hero. Honor.
We are doing something interplanetary by being in a giant megazord.
Still don't understand how honor is supposed to work.
Yeah, honor is a bit of a weird one. I don't think it applies in this case.
Also, with I don't know if the elements count now, but I forgot about the Pokemon thing, and my element's water against fire.
Doesn't really
Do
count.
I need to
I think you would need to flavor it with
Yeah,
water
yeah.
to make it work, and not just a stabbing with a spear.
Yeah.
I think because it's just kind of a stabbing with a spear, none of that extra stuff works in this case. So, what was how
Can
many?
we use any of our things?
Does anyone
to-
have a success?
No.
No.
Okay. Because I still have a queen's favor, so I could, but if no one else has a success,
Yeah.
no point in using it right now.
I think in this case you use your queen's favor to make this a total success.
Oh.
But you still
Okay.
you're only at 2 failures. You need 2 more successes or 2 failures.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you can just
Yeah.
take the failure in this
The
case.
dice are not playing.
No.
No, the dice have maybe been cursed by the actual Aleister Crowley, the most evil man in all of England. But yeah, unfortunately, you go to stab forth, and he goes, calling out your moves. Well, that makes them easy to dodge, and dodges out of the way, and then goes, caca!
I like how everything's punctuated with a caca.
Obviously.
What is next? What would you like to do?
I think we should try
Shield bash?
Yeah, exactly. Shield bash.
Do you want to add any flavor to the shield bash to try and make use of your elements, or
Icy Winter Shield Blast.
sure?
Yeah.
So you can. That is in your element. You can roll with advantage when you roll. This will be a dueling roll again, as you.
Okay.
Can we do it debonairly?
Oh, I finally succeeded in a dueling roll.
I succeed.
Me too.
No.
It's okay, we got 3
But we're good.
successes. So it's a successful shield bash as you come in. Sort of ice forms over the shield, and you bash Crowley in the face, and he sort of stumbles back, stepping on a couple of the dinosaur statues.
Oh no.
It's unavoidable. There's got to be some collateral damage from a kaiju battle, as long as he doesn't damage the Crystal Palace. And he's going to. He's like, well, I don't like that. That was rather cold of you, he says. And he's going to use his swooping joust. He starts flapping his just human bird arms and starts flying up. And as he sort of dives at your Colossus, he forms a spectral lance. How would you like to defend yourselves?
Shield.
Fire
Can
shield.
we-
Or someone
can-
else can use their element.
So it's coming up.
Kind of coming at a 45-degree angle towards
Okay.
you.
Can we?
Shield wall. We need some more.
Can we like
shields.
kind of like step back and fly up?
No, you got to make sure we don't fall into the palace.
Oh, right.
Which is
The
fine.
palace is
You
behind
could
us.
I don't know, you might have like rocket boots. You could
Yeah, fuck
rocket at him and
Yeah, because
do a
I've
full
got my
joust.
element is air, so I'm like, oh, can we like fly
yeah.
up?
We can combine
Meet him
air
in
and
midair.
fire.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
By our powers combined.
together.
Sure, yeah. I will let you, those will give you 2 advantage on this roll. This is going to be a dueling roll again because you're doing a joust,
Okay.
basically.
Does a hero count for this?
Hero counts in this case because
Okay.
you are transformed.
I got a 4, which counts for dueling.
Yeah, I
Yep.
got 6.
I failed.
You kind of just sit back and let them take care of it. They're
Yeah.
the air and fire. So you fire off your rockets. You meet him in the middle of the air for this duel. His spectral lance shatters on your shield, and you run him through with your spear. And then he falls to the ground, but picks himself up, holding his stomach where the spear went in. And you sort of land in a
There's no blood.
Colossus pose.
No.
And now with your 3rd success, it is time for your ultimate finishing move. So you're going to need to call this out again. as you drop your shield and drop your sword in a very dramatic 300 kind of thing.
I'm imagining like a Superman punch, like a jump up in
Yeah.
the air and just like come down at him.
Could be rocket fires. You like slide across the thing.
Yeah.
Rocket elbows.
Yeah.
Cosmic Armageddon Punch!
All of your rockets and rocket elbows fire as you go, and you don't really see the like connection in like silhouette. You're past him in the like finished punch pose, and then he explodes
Oh, uh-oh.
in a non-damaging anything kind of way.
Yeah.
Just a cloud of giant feathers.
Mhm.
And you have successfully defeated Sir Crowley. We do a quick cutaway to Buckingham Palace, where the Queen is stomping around throwing a fit.
Swearing in German.
Yeah. Yeah, just scheiße. And her Russian husband says, we'll get them next time. And you've successfully, so you can leave your Colossus and come down and see to the gentlefolk. You can de-transform now if you'd like.
How many people have swooned?
Oh, so many people have swooned.
Everyone.
Yeah.
People have swooned, there's clapping, everyone is quite impressed. You've put on quite a good show.
Yes.
Such martial prowess, says Sir Benjamin Collins Brodie. And as you get down there, Fayasola has finished loading her pistol and says, let me at them.
Oh, bother.
Oh, I have some news for you.
Little late. Little bit slow.
Well, I'm usually much quicker than this.
I'm feeling invigorated. So, who was hitting on me earlier?
That was Trinity Babington Madukuri.
Okay. I go to Trinity.
Actress.
The actress. And I go, would you like to take a stroll sometime?
Ooh, I would like that very much.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps now?
We
And
shall.
She extends a hand.
I like gently. It takes so long. It's like a full 5 minute.
It's shot like we're meeting the like starship of a Star Trek movie around your hand. It's just like 20 minutes of just like pans around, like.
Oh my God.
It's the whole movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. That's what. And then they gently touch hands and they go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I
and
think
Pearl
you
blushes.
gently touch her hand and blush, and then she like fully grabs your hand and pulls you off. She's a Spitfire.
Yeah.
Yes, you have a lovely walk. You don't kiss,
Oh, of course not.
There's no
Ew.
kissing.
That'd be so scandalous.
but
No
you discuss
touching.
perhaps going to see a play sometime.
Ooh. A huge fan of the theater.
The theater.
Are you in a play coming up?
She says, yes, I'm premiering at the West End.
Ooh, I will definitely be there. And I will throw roses at you.
Oh, roses. I should like to see your roses, she says.
Scandal.
And on that, I will move over
Charlotte
to
Brontë is just in the corner, jotting this down, furiously scribbling.
like one single bead of sweat. Her forehead. Elizabeth, what do you do, having just saved this social engagement?
She just picks up a glass of champagne and she's like, let's celebrate. And tries to get like a rousing group to celebrate.
Is there any particular person you want to celebrate with?
I don't know who's around.
Who's your confidant?
Trinity, but she's gone now.
That's true.
You can have Jane Derry Dimple.
Sure. I'll.
If you want to do some gossip with
Yes.
Jane Derry?
Yes, I would love to do some gossip.
Did you see that? That was Queen Victoria. So strange.
Did Queen Victoria just appear as a spectral figure and knight that bird?
That was quite strange. I did not realize she was so involved. Who is this Queen Victoria?
I think we might be in a constitutional crisis.
Oh, bother.
Also, did you see Trinity went off with your sister? And I'd heard Trinity was secretly promised to John Coach Adams.
I knew there was something strange. I was talking to Trinity earlier, and I mentioned that John Adams, what a loser. And she kept trying to brush me off, being like, he's a cool guy. He's fine. He's like very quiet and nice.
Yes, as a British person, I do have a distaste for that name.
They could be in a throuple. Who knows?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Happens in Bridgerton, okay?
The Victorians were very repressed outwardly.
But behind closed doors, they
Though
were
I have
boning.
heard that
they were boning pansexual style.
I have heard behind closed doors that maybe John and Trinity do invite others into their bedchambers.
That is very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Though I'd never say anything untoward about it, as it is only rumor.
Oh, Oh, but you can find out whether it's rumor or truth, can't you? Surely you can.
To pry
Surely.
would be unladylike.
Oh, but we're not prying. We're just simply trying to find the truth.
Oh, isn't that true? And you clink glasses and we'll move on to the next. What is Charlie up to?
I think it's time to dance.
The string quartet strikes up.
Yeah, and I think it should be something lively and...
They do a classical rendition of Charlie XCX's 360. A real thing that happens in Bridgerton.
Vitamin string quartet.
I was going to say Brat, maybe, in this case.
Oh, nice.
Sure. I don't actually know what either of those songs sounds like, but sure.
They're jaunty.
It doesn't matter because they do like a strings cover of it.
Yeah, so the clap for the string quartet strikes up, and then as if it is choreographed, people take to the dance floor and start dancing.
And who is Charlie dancing with?
I will dance with Faye.
Okay.
Yeah.
You offer your hand to Fayasola, and I think both of you try and lead.
Yep. But gracefully.
Yeah.
It looks like a duel.
Does this duel end in a secretive smooch in the halls somewhere?
No, it's just dancing.
Okay.
For the rest of the night.
Again, you both think it's just dancing, but think the other person thinks it's more than just dancing.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but in both your heads, they're so into me.
I can use this.
And finally, we find Stephen William. What are you up to?
If we're all dancing, Stephen William is going to dance with Elizabeth Frieda, Chloe Godwin Austin Ruiz, and dance with her, not necessarily in a romantic way, but just like, I've been feeling his whole thing with her. It's almost like, no, because Dick and Mary were romantic. It's kind of like that he's seeing how much she knows about them being aliens, and she suspects them, but I don't know if she does suspect them or not.
She's more concerned with things that are in the dirt.
Yeah. So maybe he's asking like, oh, have you ever found anything extraterrestrial while searching?
Well, certainly we've encountered meteors and the like that come from outer space.
Yes. Anything more interesting
I have a
than that?
theory that a giant one is what caused these creatures to become extinct.
Interesting. He makes a mental note of what she knows.
Then she sort of says, you've asked a lot of questions. What is your intent with me, sir?
At this point, he gets very, you know what? I'm going to make an etiquette roll.
Okay.
I got a 10 on that, which
You
doesn't
are not
count because I'm not in
transformed.
Hero.
This is a failure.
So he just completely...
You accidentally propose.
Yes. he missteps while dancing and then goes down on one knee.
The entire crowd notices and it's like shocked.
Yeah.
He's proposing. And she says, I accept, because she needs funding and you're rich.
Yep.
Pull out a random diamond from your...
I pull out the jackal. Yeah, I pull out the random diamond.
And she accepts.
Oh, my pocket's so filled with diamonds.
I just pull, not a single diamond, just like a handful of diamonds.
Yeah. Will you marry me?
Yeah.
She
Whoops,
accepts.
how did those get there? I
And
don't
we
know.
get just a circle wipe closes in on that. And here's a song from a band we like.
Cracks in a tiny blood.
That was Precious Word by Joe Past. And also in this episode, you heard Cherry Pick with the new song Aster. If you like this episode, please give us a 5-star rating, give us a good review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you can rate and review podcasts. You can find Dungeon Punks on YouTube, so head on over there for full episodes and fun little shorts. Like and subscribe, do all that stuff. If you want to help us out the old-fashioned way, telling a friend is always good. Or if you want to support us monetarily, you can find us on Patreon. For only $5 a month, you will get early access to episodes, deleted scenes for every episode, monthly talkback episodes, we've got bonus games, we've got fun artwork, and a ton of other stuff. Check that out at patreon.com/dungeonpunks. If you want to chat with us, you can hit us up on our Discord channel or find us on social media. We're active on Instagram, we're active on TikTok. Links to all that stuff is in the description of this episode. Dungeon Punks was produced by Kirk Hamilton for the 604 Podcast Network.